from JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, May the 23rd, 2025. A rocket was fired at southern Israel from Gaza this evening, sending residents of some Gaza border communities running for bomb shelters and safe rooms. The IDF said the Air Force intercepted one launch that crossed from the Gaza Strip towards Israeli territory, and there were no casualties reported. Last night, a ballistic missile was fired from Yemen at Israel, presumably by the Houthis, setting off red alert sirens in several parts of the country. The IDF said one missile launched from Yemen was intercepted. No injury reported there as well. The IDF continues to operate against terrorist organizations throughout the Gaza Strip, it said, as part of Operation Gideon's Chariots, saying today more than 75 targets were hit in the past 24 hours, including terrorists and terror infrastructure, like it said, the Al-Qahira Exchange Office in Gaza City, which the IDF said in recent years has been used to store and transfer tens of millions of dollars to finance military activity by the terrorist organizations Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. And last night, the IDF said it used Israeli aircraft to hit 15 targets of the Hezbollah terrorist organization in southern Lebanon. Well, vigils were held last night at the scene of the horrific murders of Yaron Lishinsky and Sarah Milgram, as well as in front of the White House, to pray, to sing, to share grief over the young couple who were shot to death Wednesday night just outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington after attending an event of the American Jewish Committee. Lishinsky and Milgram were both on staff at the Israeli Embassy in D.C. and were soon to be engaged. The AJC, joined by the Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations and the Jewish Federations of North America, led a virtual gathering for Yaron and Sarah today, saying they and Jews around the world have been left completely shaken by this week's devastating events. In this moment of profound sorrow, we will unite in grief, reflection, and solidarity, holding one another close as Shabbat approaches, and standing together in strength and resilience. The U.S. Attorney's Office said that 31-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago was charged with federal and local murder offenses in connection with the fatal shooting. FBI Assistant Director in Charge Stephen Jensen saying, "Make no mistake, this attack was targeted anti-Semitic violence." Well, Israel's Eurovision 2025 representative Yuval Raphael and singer-songwriter Karen Pellis, who wrote the second-place winning song at the Eurovision, New Day Will Rise, performed last night at Hostages Square in Tel Aviv, the first performance since the Eurovision. A raw and emotional delivery by Raphael and Pellis for hostage families and supporters.
New day will rise. Everyone cries, don't cry alone. Darkness will fade, all the pain will go by, but we will stay. Even if you say goodbye, a new day will rise.
The 58 hostages who remain held by terror group Hamas in Gaza have now been captive for 595 days. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, May the 23rd. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. Then at 8:30, Justin Pine speaks with Rabbi Tamar Elad-Appelbaum, head of the Israeli Rabbinic Seminary at the Hartman Institute in Jerusalem. At 9:30, Abigail Pogrebin speaks with Yardena Schwartz about her book, Ghosts of a Holy War, about the complex background of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. At 10, David Harris speaks with Dalia Ziada. At 10:30, a replay from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a replay from Central. And coming up next, it's a look at this week's Torah Portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, May the 23rd, 2025. I'm Teisha Bader. I will be back with the news on Tuesday after the holiday weekend, wishing you a meaningful Memorial Day, a Shabbat Shalom, Am Yisrael Chai.